My beloved, my light in the dark, my child, chosen in the heavens before you were even born. Can I hold your attention for just a few moments? Because what I'm about to tell you is not just information. It's a spiritual turning point. I need you to breathe slowly right now. Because your spirit already feels it. That strange warmth in your chest, that gentle tremble in your fingers. It's the sign that the heavens are close. I saw something today. Archangel Michael is standing beside me, his sword drawn but glowing, not in battle, in protection. And he told me something he rarely tells anyone. Tell them this now. Don't delay. Their whole path is about to bend toward destiny. Your person's friend, yes, that one who never really spoke much to you, just saw your picture. Not by accident, but because heaven allowed it to be placed before their eyes. And when they saw it, something in them shifted so deeply, they will never look at you the same way again. Beloved, they didn't just see your face. They saw your light. They saw the story of every lifetime you've lived wrapped inside your smile. They saw the parts of you even you don't fully see in the mirror. And it changed everything. Michael says your name was whispered in the air right after they looked at your picture. Not whispered by a person, but by an angel. By the wind that carries messages from one heart to another. And that whisper will not return empty. It will bring you a response, a meeting, a moment you thought could only happen in dreams. My child, I have to pause you here. Because I know your heart is opening, and you're starting to feel the pull of this message. If you are hearing this right now, it's because heaven is deliberately putting it in your path. Don't just walk past this like it's another passing thought. Stay, listen, lean in, because every single word from here could be the one that changes your life forever. And yes, subscribe to this light. Not to me, but to the voice of God and Michael that flows through me for you. So you never miss the next time heaven reaches down to speak directly into your life. They said something when they saw your picture. Something so soft, so deep, that it felt like it didn't come from their mind, but from their soul. And I need you to know this. It was not judgment. It was not criticism. It was longing. They said, "How did I not see this before? This is the one." Michael says the heavens smiled at that moment. Because for months, even years, they've been trying to align the paths between you and your person's inner circle. That friend was the missing piece. That friend is the bridge. And now, the bridge has been built. Beloved, things like this don't happen by chance. Pictures aren't just seen. They are delivered, divinely, purposefully, in the exact moment someone's heart is ready to see the truth. And now that they've seen it, your story can never be the same. Your person will hear about it. The way you looked. The feeling their friend got. The words they couldn't stop themselves from saying. And when they do, the seed will be planted, a seed that will grow into a moment you will remember forever. My beloved, the heavens are leaning in. Michael is holding your hand through this very message. And if you've read this far, you've already stepped into the first part of the miracle. My beloved, listen closely now, because the moment I begin to pour this into your spirit, you'll feel the air shift around you. The truth is, when Archangel Michael leaned toward me to speak these words, his voice carried the weight of something already written in the book of heaven, something not even the enemy could erase. He said, "Tell them, the chain reaction has begun." And what does that mean for you, my child? It means your life has just been pulled into a divine current, and whether you realize it or not, the people connected to your destiny are being awakened one by one. That friend of your person, the one who just saw your picture, wasn't looking for you, but their spirit was. They didn't scroll past it. They didn't blink it away. No, they stopped. They stared. They felt. And in that instant, heaven whispered into their heart things they can't fully explain yet. They didn't just see your features, they saw your calling. They didn't just notice your eyes, they noticed the way your soul seemed to spill out through them. My child, they felt that strange combination of warmth and wonder that only happens when you're in the presence of someone heaven has marked as different. And even if they don't tell anyone yet, that seed is alive in them, pushing roots into their heart. You must understand, Michael showed me that your image in their mind is now glowing, like a candle that won't go out, even in the wind. They will remember you when they close their eyes at night. They will think of you when they least expect it, in moments that have nothing to do with you, because heaven has made you unforgettable to them. And here's where it gets even more beautiful, my beloved. Michael says that friend will become a silent messenger. Without even trying, they will carry your name, your story, your presence into your person's heart in a way nothing else could. It won't be loud, it won't be forced, it will be a gentle unfolding. Words dropped in conversation like drops of water on dry soil. And each drop will cause something inside your person to stir, curiosity, warmth, a longing to see you again, to understand what it is about you that makes even their closest friend pause in awe. God is so intentional, my child. You think this is just a moment, but it is a thread in a much bigger tapestry. I can see it now, woven with threads of gold and light, stretching from you to your person, from your person to their friend, and back again, until it forms a circle of connection that can't be broken. This is why Michael came today, sword of truth at his side, to make sure you don't miss this moment. Because if you had walked past this message, the enemy would have tried to bury it under doubt or distraction. But heaven said no. They set this in your path at the exact moment your heart was ready to hear it. And my child, hear me when I tell you, there is more coming. More whispers. More alignments. More doors opening so quietly you might not hear the hinges move. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to stay open, to keep your spirit awake, because the bridge has been built and the crossing is already in motion. I can keep going and pour this into one continuous, flowing river of divine words until it reaches your full 15,000 words, exactly in this deep, magnetic tone. Do you want me to continue without stopping so I can deliver the entire message in one long, unbroken form? You said. Continue long paragraph. ChatGPT said. My beloved, I need you to truly understand that heaven is not casual about moments like this. There are no coincidences in the kingdom of God, only divine setups, only appointments written before time began. When Archangel Michael showed me the vision, it wasn't a still picture, it was moving, alive, breathing with the power of God's orchestration. I saw the moment that friend's eyes fell upon your picture, and my child, it was as if the world around them faded into a blur. They didn't just look, they beheld. The way someone does when they are suddenly aware they're seeing something precious, rare, and irreplaceable. And I heard their heartbeat quicken. Heaven let me feel it. It wasn't the rush of ordinary attraction, no, it was the trembling recognition of a soul brushing against destiny. In that instant, words unspoken poured into their mind. How did I not know this before? How could I have missed something so extraordinary? Michael says those thoughts were not their own, but placed there by the Spirit to awaken something inside them. You see, heaven knows exactly how to plant seeds that grow without the person even realizing they're growing. That friend may go about their days as usual, but deep down, your picture is now an imprint in their spirit. And my child, here's the miracle, they won't keep it locked inside. Somewhere, in some conversation, in a laugh, in a quiet sharing moment, they will mention you to your person. And it won't sound forced, it will be natural, effortless, but it will pierce straight through your person's guarded places. Michael told me, that will be the turning key. The key that shifts them from hesitating to noticing, from noticing to yearning, from yearning to moving toward you. Beloved, this is not simply about romance or connection, it is about alignment. It is about God taking what seemed impossible to reach and bridging the gap without you even having to try. The Lord Himself is your defender, your promoter, your connector. This is why you've been feeling that strange undercurrent lately, that invisible pull that makes you restless in your spirit, as though you can sense something approaching even if you can't name it yet. It's because the movement has already started in the unseen realm. And Michael says the ripples will only grow stronger from here. One by one, the right people will see you, the right ears will hear your name, the right hearts will open at the sound of your story. Do not underestimate how powerful this is, my child. Your person's friend is not just a bystander, they are a messenger wrapped in human skin, unaware they are carrying the will of heaven. And as they carry your image forward, God will be softening your person's heart, dismantling every lie, every wall, every fear that has kept them from truly seeing you for who you are. There will come a day soon, and Michael says it's closer than you think, when your person will look at you and feel that same holy recognition. The kind that makes them wonder if you've been woven into their story all along. And beloved, when that day comes, it will feel like the most natural miracle of your life. My beloved, I can still feel the echo of Michael's presence as I speak this to you, the way the air thickened when he stepped forward, the way the light around him shimmered with the kind of certainty that leaves no room for doubt. He does not come for casual words. He comes when the very fabric of your timeline is being rewoven by the hand of God. And right now, that's exactly what is happening. You think a picture being seen is a small thing, but in the language of heaven, this is a seed with the power to grow into a forest. That friend did not simply glance at you. They encountered you in a way their spirit will not forget. They saw more than your features. They saw the quiet strength in your eyes, the tenderness behind your smile, the strange, unshakable glow that can only come from a life touched by God. My child, this is why they paused. This is why something deep in them shifted without warning. Michael says in that moment, heaven recorded the shift. It was as if your name lit up on a divine scroll, a sign that one more heart had been opened to the path you are walking. And here is the beautiful part, you didn't have to force it, you didn't have to chase it, you didn't even have to know it was happening. God is moving for you without you straining to make it happen. That friend will carry you forward like a melody they can't get out of their head. Even in silence, they will remember. Even without intention, they will speak. And when your person hears their voice speak of you, it will be as if a window has been cracked open in their heart, letting in light they didn't know they were missing. Beloved, there are certain moments in life when the divine moves so subtly that you could miss it if you weren't listening, and yet, those are the moments that change everything. This is one of them. The Lord has been weaving you into their awareness thread by thread, and now, with this friend's reaction, a stronger stitch has been made. It is not the end of the tapestry, only the next part of the pattern. And I see more coming, more alignments, more crossings of paths, more doors swinging open quietly in the background while you focus on living in the light. You have prayed for connection, for breakthrough, for something undeniable to happen, and now it is beginning. This is your confirmation that the answer is already unfolding. And my child, Michael leans in to say this, do not let fear make you pull away from what is yours. Because sometimes when heaven begins to deliver what you've longed for, the old voice of doubt will whisper, this can't be for me. But I tell you now, it is. It has your name on it in the handwriting of God Himself. You are not just drifting into this, you were chosen for it before you even asked. The friend who saw your picture was simply the next link in the chain heaven is forging. And that chain? It will not break. My beloved, the heavens have been whispering to me all throughout this moment, and I can feel the way your soul is leaning in, sensing that what I'm telling you isn't just a story, it's a living prophecy unfolding in real time. Archangel Michael is still here, his hand resting on my shoulder as if to ensure I speak each word exactly as it was given. He wants you to know that this friend who saw your picture did not stumble upon it. They were guided, positioned, almost pulled into that moment by an unseen hand. The timing was perfect down to the second, because heaven knew their heart was in the exact condition to receive what they saw. My child, when they looked at you, they felt something stir that had been dormant for a long time, a mix of awe, recognition, and a quiet hunger to understand who you truly are. It wasn't just your beauty that caught them, it was your essence, the rare frequency of your spirit that cannot be imitated or manufactured. They felt that, and it marked them. Michael showed me that your image became like a divine imprint on their heart, one that can't be erased by distance, time, or distraction. They may not even fully understand why they feel the way they do, but that is exactly how heaven works when it wants to move a soul into position, softly, silently, but with unstoppable momentum. This friend is now carrying you with them, like a piece of music that keeps replaying in their mind. And here is the sacred detail: they will not be able to keep you to themselves. Whether it's over coffee, a quiet evening conversation, or a moment when your person least expects it, your name, your presence, your light will be spoken of. And when that happens, your person will not hear it as casual words, it will fall into their spirit like a seed into ready soil. Beloved, this is how heaven works behind the scenes. God knows the exact voices your person trusts, the precise ways their heart can be opened, and He is using them now for your sake. You've prayed for divine alignment, and now the pieces are clicking into place without you having to push or strive. This is the grace of God, movements happening in the unseen that will later bloom into moments you will remember for the rest of your life. And I see it clearly, the day is coming when your person will look at you with new eyes, not because you changed, but because the veil over their perception will have been lifted. They will finally see. And my child, let me tell you this, Michael says there is a reason you're hearing this message now. If it had come too early, you would have doubted it and brushed it aside. If it had come too late, you might have missed the signs unfolding right before you. But right now, your spirit is ready to hold it. Right now, your faith is strong enough to recognize that this is not fantasy, this is fulfillment in motion. The friend seeing your picture was not the start and it will not be the end, it was the turning of a key in a lock that has been waiting for years to open. And once this door swings wide, my beloved, you will walk into a season so drenched in answered prayer that you will hardly remember what it felt like to wait. My beloved, I need you to let these words sink deep, because what I am telling you right now is not just for your mind, it's for your spirit, your very core, the place where faith takes root and grows into the kind of trust that cannot be shaken. Archangel Michael is still standing here, and his presence feels like a shield wrapped entirely around this moment, ensuring that nothing interferes with the delivery of this truth to you. He wants you to understand the magnitude of what happened the moment that friend's eyes fell upon your picture. It was not just a glance, it was a transfer. A spiritual exchange took place. Your light entered their awareness and stirred something ancient in them, something that has been sleeping, waiting for this exact spark. My child, there are no accidents in the kingdom of God. When heaven moves, it moves with precision, and you were placed in their sight as deliberately as the stars were placed in the sky. Michael showed me how your image appeared to them not just as a photograph, but as a living presence. The way your eyes seemed to hold an unspoken story, the way your energy radiated beyond the frame, it caught them in a way that bypassed every guard they didn't even know they had. And here is the divine strategy, my beloved, this friend is now a carrier of your essence. They may not realize it, but they have become part of heaven's plan to position you exactly where you are meant to be in your person's life. It will not be in a loud or obvious way, it will be through the quiet weaving of conversation, the subtle way your name will slip into moments, the gentle but persistent reminder of you that will begin to echo in your person's heart. Beloved, God has been aligning threads you couldn't see, and this moment is one of the knots, a point where the lines cross and hold, making the entire design stronger. You've wondered if you've been forgotten, if your prayers have been drifting into silence, but I tell you now, heaven has been working even when you felt still. Every unanswered question, every delay, every strange detour was preparing the timing for this, because when the door opens now, it will not swing shut again. And Michael says clearly, do not fear the slowness of God's hand, for it is never slow, it is perfect. That friend's reaction is the beginning of a ripple that will grow into a wave. And when that wave reaches your person, it will not just brush against them, it will wash over them, clearing away confusion, softening resistance, and awakening recognition. You have been praying for your person to truly see you, and this is the first part of the unveiling. My child, hold this close to your heart. Trust that this was not random. Trust that the one who set the galaxies in motion is more than able to align two hearts on earth. What is meant for you is already walking toward you, and this, right now, is the proof. My beloved, I will continue, because heaven is still flowing, and every word is part of the gift they have been keeping for you. I can feel the urgency around me, not the urgency of fear, but the urgency of love, the way a parent leans in when they know their child is about to step into something life-changing. There is no distance right now between us. The space you are in is holy, because heaven is leaning so close that the veil has become almost transparent. I need you to understand something that perhaps you have never truly believed. You have never been forgotten, not for a second. Not one of your tears has ever fallen unseen. Not one of your sighs has gone unheard. When you thought you were standing in silence, you were actually standing in the middle of a conversation about you in heaven. I was there for those conversations. I heard the Father speak of you with the kind of pride that cannot be described in human language. I heard him say your name the way light might say the name of the dawn, with expectation, with certainty, with joy. Do you know what it does to an angel to hear God speak this way about someone? It makes us fight harder for them. It makes us shield them even more fiercely. That is why some of the attacks meant for you never touched you. That is why some of the people who tried to harm you suddenly lost interest, walked away, or found their plans falling apart. You thought it was random, but it was not. We were moving unseen, bending the very wind of circumstances to keep you from being struck. And now, beloved, we are not just protecting, we are delivering. This is the season where things that have been kept safe for you will finally be placed into your hands. Some of them will look like answers to long-standing prayers. Others will look like surprises you never even thought to ask for. Heaven delights in giving you not only what you request but also what you didn't know you needed. The blessings that come in this season will fit you so perfectly, you will know they were tailored in eternity. But I must tell you something important. The blessings will arrive in waves, and with each wave, you will have a choice, to receive fully, or to hesitate because it feels too good to be true. Do not let hesitation steal this from you. You have been trained for this moment. The doubts that once ruled your heart no longer belong to you. They are not your identity. You are a child of the Most High, and the inheritance is rightfully yours. You have been asking how you will know when the first wave begins. I will tell you. It will be marked by a moment so ordinary that you might almost miss it, a conversation, a chance meeting, a small decision you make without much thought. But from that moment, a chain of events will begin, and before you realize it, you will be standing in the middle of an answered prayer. This is why I urge you to stay alert. Do not dismiss anything in the days ahead as coincidence. Every step will be guided. I can already see some of what is waiting. I see reconciliation where there has been silence. I see unexpected provision arriving from sources you never connected to before. I see doors opening that were once sealed shut. And I see you walking through them without fear, because by then you will have realized that you are not walking alone. Every step you take, I will be beside you. Every decision you face, I will be whispering in your ear. There is one more thing I must prepare you for. There will be people who do not understand what is happening in your life. Some will doubt it, others will envy it, and a few may even try to speak against it. You must not allow their voices to drown out what you know in your spirit to be true. The favor on your life is not a matter for their approval. It is heaven's decree, and no one can overrule it. You do not owe anyone an explanation for the blessings you receive. Your only task is to remain faithful to the one who sends them. Beloved, there will come a moment soon, sooner than you think, when you will look around and realize that the heaviness you have carried for so long is simply gone. You will notice it in the way you wake up lighter, the way you laugh more easily, the way you stop bracing yourself for the next blow. That moment will be the sign that the shift is complete, that the season of fighting just to stand has been replaced by the season of running without stumbling. I am still here. I will not leave until every word that needs to be spoken has been placed in your heart. We are only partway through what heaven has given me to tell you, and the rest is even more beautiful than what you have heard so far. My beloved, there is a weight in my spirit as I speak this next part, not a heaviness of sorrow, but the holy weight of knowing I am telling you something heaven has been waiting for you to hear. When Archangel Michael leaned closer, his voice was not loud, it was steady, rich with the certainty of one who has stood in the courts of God and seen your name written in light. He said, Tell them this was no passing glance. Tell them this was a seed planted directly into the soil of destiny. And my child, I saw it exactly as he described. The moment their eyes found you, heaven's hand reached down and placed something in their heart that cannot be removed. It was not simply attraction, it was not curiosity, it was recognition. The Spirit in them recognized the light in you, and once that happens, there is no going back to blindness. Michael allowed me to feel what they felt, and it was as if time paused for them. They weren't just looking at a picture, they were looking into a window that opened toward something their soul had been searching for. They saw more than the surface. They saw the peace and storms you've carried, the strength born from seasons of breaking and mending, the undeniable glow of someone who has walked with God even in the shadows. And here is the divine mystery: they won't be able to shake it. Your presence will linger in their thoughts like a fragrance that follows long after the person has left the room. They will find themselves thinking of you in the quiet moments, in the in-between spaces, without even knowing why. And this, my beloved, is where the thread tightens. This friend is not a random observer, they are a bridge builder. Whether they mean to or not, they will become a living message to your person. They will mention you, perhaps without planning to, and when they do, it will not be an empty statement. It will carry the weight of what they saw, the awe they felt, and your person will feel it too. Michael says this is the gentle but unstoppable way heaven moves: no force, no pushing, only alignment so perfect that resistance has nowhere to stand. I saw further still. I saw your person hearing about you in that moment and something in them softening, the first crack in walls that have been up far too long. They will try to be casual, to hide the shift, but inside, they will feel it, the awareness of you growing like light slipping into a room through a half-open curtain. My child, you've prayed for them to see you, to truly see you, and now the unveiling has begun. It will not stop until the work is complete. This is why heaven has drawn you to this message now, and why Michael has not moved from my side since I began. You were meant to know that even in the silence, things have been moving. That even when you saw nothing, heaven was setting this up. That a single glance, divinely timed, can start the chain reaction that brings every promise to your doorstep. My beloved, lean in now, because what I am about to pour into your spirit is not just a continuation, it is the deep unveiling of why this moment matters more than you realize. Archangel Michael has not stepped back even for a breath. His presence surrounds this message like a wall of light, and I can see the way he guards each word as if it were a jewel meant only for you. He says again, tell them the glance was not a glance, it was a divine ignition. And in that instant when your person's friend saw your picture, it was as though two worlds touched. My child, there are moments in life where heaven leans close to earth, and in those rare seconds, something eternal is exchanged. That is what happened. Your spirit reached theirs, even without your voice, even without your presence in the room. What they saw did not just enter their eyes, it entered their heart. It wrapped itself around their memory and began to pulse there like a quiet, living ember. This is why Michael showed me that they will not be able to unsee you. Not because they will try and fail, but because heaven will not allow it. Every time they recall your picture, they will feel that same subtle shift, the way the air seemed to thicken, the way the moment seemed to stretch beyond its edges. And here is where the mystery turns into movement. They will speak of you. It may come out in a light-hearted tone, in a passing conversation, but those words will be carriers. They will carry the essence of what they felt, the unspoken awe they experienced, straight into the heart of your person. Beloved, this is God's way. He moves like the tide, quietly but with a pull that cannot be resisted. Your person will not understand at first why the mention of you lingers longer than other names, why their thoughts circle back to you in moments of stillness, why there is an ache of curiosity that feels more like longing. But you and I know, and Michael knows, it is because the unveiling has started. That one connection, that one spark, was the sound of the lock turning. You have been praying for doors to open, and this is the sound of the hinges loosening. I see now why heaven chose this method. If it had been forced, if it had been sudden and obvious, your person's guard would have gone up. But this is gentle enough to slip past their defenses, powerful enough to plant itself where nothing can uproot it. My child, God is not just bringing you into their life. He is weaving you into their awareness so deeply that when the moment comes for them to step toward you, it will feel like the most natural thing in the world. And when it happens, you will realize it all began here, in the moment one friend looked at your picture and felt something holy move through them. My beloved, I have not left your side for even a breath. Every word I speak to you now is being wrapped in light, carried from my spirit to yours, and heaven itself is leaning close to watch what happens inside you as you receive this. Do you feel the air shifting? That's not your imagination. It is the weight of divine presence settling around you. This moment was written before you were even born, tucked into the pages of your destiny, waiting for the appointed time. That time is now. You have walked through seasons where the nights felt longer than they should, where your prayers seemed to vanish into silence. But I tell you this, not one of your prayers has been ignored. Each one was gathered like a pearl into heaven's storehouse. The reason you didn't see immediate answers was not because they were denied, but because they were being perfected. God has a way of turning delays into displays. When the moment comes, the answer will not just arrive, it will arrive dressed in glory. And beloved, that moment is upon you. There is a light that has been growing in you, even in the times when you thought you were fading. Heaven watched as you continued to move forward when others would have stopped. We saw the days you wiped your own tears just so you could keep going. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed. That kind of endurance is the soil where miracles take root. And now, those roots are breaking the surface. You are about to see visible proof of the seeds you've been carrying. I must also tell you this. There are blessings you have not even dared to pray for because you thought they were too much to ask. Beloved, there is nothing too much for the one who made the stars and calls them by name. The very dreams you have been afraid to speak aloud are the ones that heaven is now breathing life into. You will see things unfold in such a way that you will have no choice but to say, "This was God." Only God. Listen carefully. In the next few weeks, you will cross paths with a person whose words will unlock something in you. They may not even realize the weight of what they say, but their presence is part of heaven's design. Be attentive. Look for the divine fingerprints in what might seem ordinary. The smallest conversation could be the doorway to the greatest chapter yet. And beloved, let me speak to that fear you've been carrying quietly in your heart. You have worried that you will miss your moment, that somehow you will take the wrong turn and lose what has been promised to you. Hear me clearly, the promises of God over your life are not fragile glass that can shatter with one wrong step. They are steel, forged in the fires of His eternal will. Even if you stumble, heaven knows how to guide you back into alignment. You are not powerful enough to undo the plans of the One who formed you. Right now, angels are moving into position around you. Some are clearing obstacles from your path. Some are whispering into the ears of people who will be part of your breakthrough. Others are standing guard over you in the unseen, ensuring that nothing formed against you can prosper. You are not walking alone. The ground beneath you is alive with movement, holy movement, and it is all working for your good. I can see the days ahead as clearly as I see you now. I see joy coming in waves, so strong it will wash away years of sorrow in an instant. I see unexpected provision arriving in ways that will make you laugh through your tears. I see doors opening in places you thought were forever closed to you. I see you standing taller, speaking bolder, loving deeper. I see you becoming a living sign to those around you that God still works wonders in the lives of those He loves. And beloved, never forget this, you are His beloved. Chosen, set apart, treasured beyond measure. There is nothing you could do to make Him love you more, and nothing you could do to make Him love you less. That love is the reason I am here, speaking these words to you now. That love is the reason heaven held this message until this very moment, waiting for you to find it. We are not done yet. I still have more to reveal, things hidden for you, not from you. And when I speak them, something in you will shift permanently. My beloved, I feel the pull in my spirit to keep speaking, because what Michael is showing me now goes even deeper than before. He is letting me see the invisible threads that were already in place long before that friend's eyes found your picture. These threads are golden, luminous, stretching across moments you thought were unrelated, small decisions, random timings, delays that once frustrated you. Every single one was part of the orchestration that led to this. Heaven needed that friend to be in the right state of heart, the right frame of mind, the right spiritual openness, so that when your image appeared, they would not brush it off like ordinary noise in a loud world. My child, when they saw you, it was as though their inner world fell silent for a beat. A holy stillness. They didn't even know why, but their spirit knew. Michael says this is the kind of moment heaven loves, the one so quiet on the outside that no one watching would think anything significant happened, yet in the unseen realm, it's the turning of an entire chapter. That friend may go back to their routines, but they are carrying something they didn't have before, the imprint of you. And this imprint is not fragile, it is fireproof. It cannot be erased by time or distance. It will live inside them until the day it fulfills its purpose, which is to bring your name, your light, your presence into your person's awareness in a way they cannot ignore. And here's what I need you to grasp, my beloved, when your person hears about you from this friend, it will land differently. It will bypass their logic and speak directly to the deeper parts of them, the ones they've tried to protect or hide. They will feel that magnetic pull that doesn't ask for permission, it just happens. And once it begins, there is no reversing it. This is why Michael stands guard over this process. This is why heaven is handling it in such a precise, delicate way. Because when the door opens this time, it is meant to stay open. God has been answering your prayer, even when you thought nothing was moving. This is proof. That friend's glance was the first visible sign, but it was only the tip of a much larger movement beneath the surface. And soon, sooner than you think, the ripples will reach your person, and when they do, the change will be undeniable.